My name is Miljenko Mike Grgic, president of Grgic Hills Winery in Rutherford, California. And I have been in touch with the Zinfandel, Plavatsmali, all this story which conference is now discussing all my life, because I had a vineyard in Croatia that was Plavatsmali. And when I came to America, in August 1958, I saw vineyards around the Sovereign Cellars, and I was interested to know which grapes are grown there. And it was one vineyard. They told me that vineyard is Cabernet Sauvignon. It originally came from France. The another vineyard is Zinfandel, but nobody knows where grapes came from. Came to Napa Valley, and I discovered that there is a grapes called Zinfandel, and that nobody knew where it came from. And in my mind, that was kind of the interest whether anybody will discover where that Zinfandel came from. But looking at the grapes in Napa Valley called Zinfandel remind me of the Plavatsmali grapes in Croatia. And I really thought that they are the same. And so when I came back from America, I took with me the clusters of Zinfandel leaves, even cane, in a box, with idea that I'll compare when I come to Croatia to find out myself whether those Zinfandel is same as Plavatsmali in Croatia. When I came back to Croatia, they looked to me very similar, but I was not sure that they are identical. That's what came with idea to contact Dr. Carol Meredith at the University of Davis, who is an expert in varietals, in research of varietals. And when I came back to Napa Valley, I called her, and she came to my house in Yountville, and I told her some news that I found in Croatia, that Zinfandel, Italian Primitivo, and Plavatsmali are same grape. I suggested to her that she might use her knowledge and experience to find out really where Zinfandel came from, where Zinfandel came from, and she did understand and became very susceptible to continue talking about the subject. And when she came back to the Davis, she talked to her assistant, Jasenka Pivas, that she talked with Mike Grgic about Zinfandel and roots of Zinfandel. And Jasenka said, I know Mike Grgic because he's Croatian like me. And Dr. Meredith was very happy to her that he's Croatian, I asked her, do you speak Croatian language? And she said, yes, I do. I was born in Croatia and educated in Croatia. And that came to her mind that she might decide to go to Croatia and take Jesen Kapiljac as an interpreter and search of the roots of Zinfandel together. And so when they came to Croatia, they've been joined with Professor Edi Maletic from University of Zagreb and another professor, Ivan Page, and they looked at the Plavac Mali, and she was very excited when she saw the huge vineyard of Plavac Mali. She thought lots of Zinfandel. However, she didn't know that exactly until she came back home and analyzed with DNA testing and did not find the roots of Zinfandel. But she left Edi Maletic and Ivan Page to continue in search, especially on the territories that she didn't cover. And somehow their research found one grape that they thought that might be roots of Zinfandel, called Crljenak Kaštelanski. And when samples came from Davis, first time the people who sampled took the wrong sample, and so they repeated this sample, and it has been very happy Dr. Meredith that she finally see the roots of Zinfandel, that they found out Crljenak Kaštelanski is same as American Zinfandel. So that was results of the search up to this point, that they find out Crljenak Kaštelanski. And she was testing with DNA testing, and she was happy that was identical with California Zinfandel. And from then on, the Zinfandel was not forgotten, neither America, neither Plavac Mali in Croatia. They are flourishing, and Zinfandel was so accepted in California that when I came 58 in California, was more acreage under Zinfandel than any other red variety. And that Zinfandel was part of that shipped to the east in another states, that they made homemade wines from Zinfandel. So Zinfandel become very acceptable as a good wine, and that has been interesting to find out really where the roots of Zinfandel arrived to California. And this which we talked about proved that research was done, the roots has been found, and now they are celebrating on this conference achievement about the Zinfandel, and research was proven that Zinfandel in old days had different names. Tribidrag, even 15 centuries before, it was called Tribidrag. And this conference is going to consider Tribidrag and Zinfandel and all these achievements which we now know, and makes me happy that interest into Zinfandel and Tribidrag did not disappear, that is still alive, and that this conference is going to consist of the winemakers, wine writers, researchers in the world, and it's a historical conference that will resurface the value of Zinfandel and Tribidrag. And I'd like to greet all of you with the glass of the Zinfandel. Jubilee!